and feeling great.
Om Shanti. I, Hridyanka, welcome you all to yet another episode of The Light of Knowledge. There's a very beautiful saying, when there is light in the soul, there's beauty in the person. And so, what happens when we remember saying Siddhartha Gautam Buddha, who received enlightenment sitting under a tree, Bodh Gaya. And when this particular lighteous knowledge transcends into one's character, attitude and personality, it develops into wisdom, or what we call as the light of knowledge. And what does the enlightened soul does in this presence? The enlightened soul then donates the light of love, peace, wisdom and compassion to all the soul it meets. What does the enlightened soul has to say about it? The enlightened soul says, I was afraid of the darkness until I realized that I am the light and darkness is afraid of me. And so, in this particular series of Light of Knowledge, we are right now conversing with the life. And so, to present this, we have today a very special guest with us, Sister Suman. She has been giving her surrendered services for around more than 24 years at the Gyan Sarovar, which is an academy for better world, a part of the World Spiritual University of the Brahma Kumaris. She has been enlightening the young minds all around her through her active participation in the education wing, as well as in the shipping, aviation and the tourism wing. And therefore, she is one of the brightest souls that I have met so far. She has been spreading the fragrance of the divinity through the bouquet of her life. I welcome you, Didi. It is just a pleasure, meeting you today, and we're going to discuss about the enlightenment.
Same here.
Okay, one thing which came to my mind, which I was really waiting to ask you, was that what is that one particular incident or one particular move that, it just touched your heart and your mind, where you decided, okay, I have received enlightenment and this is what exactly I have to do in my life. What is that one particular thing, one experience which really moved you towards that particular part of enlightenment?
I was associated with the Brahma Kumaris since childhood, from the age of 5 maybe, because my parents were associated with the Brahma Kumaris and they were following the path of meditation and Rajyoga. And I used to attend these meditation classes along with my parents. Round about when I was 12 years old, I had an opportunity to come to Mount Abu along with my parents. And as soon as I entered the campus of Brahma Kumaris there, I had goose pimples. I had that moment of eureka, or I can say that I have come back to my home and this is what I want to do. This is a place where I want to be. Maybe that was a time when I think I was 12 years old and I didn't have deeper understanding of a spirituality or something like that, but the vibrations of that campus, of that place, and the vibrations of the people around really attracted me. And whenever I used to sit in meditation at that place in Mount Abu, I used to experience the light. I used to experience as though I'm not in this body. And I think that was it.
Well,
and I decided, okay, I want to do something like this. But as I grew and went to the university and because always there is I think when there's an influence, there's always an impact on the mind and on our hearts. I used to think, okay, whatever I experienced in Mount Abu, it might be the influence of the people around or the place, but might be this is not what I want to do. But then I, really tested me in various situations in the university, along with my friends. So whenever I went out with my friends for a party or for an outings, then after coming back, I used to ask myself, is it what you want to do in your life? Is this what you want in life? Then the answer from inside came, no, this is not what I want in life. So then I used to cross-question myself in various situations. Oh, what is it that I really want to do?
So it was probably your inner consciousness which was
Yes.
getting activated by
Yes.
being in that particular environment.
Yes.
Aditi, I would just like to ask you that we usually relate the word light with enlightenment.
Yes.
Right? And on the same connotation, we connect the word spirituality with it.
Yes.
So I would like to ask you that how do you relate spirituality with enlightenment and what exactly enlightenment means to you?
Okay, spirituality is about knowing thyself, understanding one's own self, understanding my own thought process. So when I understand myself, then the deeper understanding of myself is enlightenment. I can say that enlightenment means rediscovering yourself. Because when I rediscover myself, then there is a eureka moment. Wow, this is me. Wow, this is what I am. So there is a moment of experience of bliss, moment of, happiness, and it's much more deeper bliss and deeper peace. So there's a deeper experience of all these qualities and light. I can say that's the experience of light of the soul. When there is an experience of the light of the soul, that is enlightenment, I can say.
Well, I think you started at a very young and a tender age where, usually what happens is that's the kind of age where you like to, as a small child, you like to move out with friends.
Yes.
You want to see the world around you.
Yes.
You want to almost experience everything which is physical.
Yes.
You want to go out for your games, you want to go out to a party. And I think at that time, must be two states of mind happening together, going together. And how did you actually choose, okay, this is what I want to do and I want to take it ahead in my life. And so on the contrast, you must be facing the other situation also on a contour, right? So what made you so determined and you were so convinced about what you want to do in life, and that too at a very early age?
Yes.
So I want to know that.
So sometimes people think that, especially some of my relatives and friends, they thought that it's an impact of my parents, the influence of my parents that has brought me into this path. But my parents were totally liberal. They were very open-minded. So I had to choose this. Had to choose either way. They were open, so I could choose either of the paths. So it was totally my decision. So then it came upon me to decide what I really want.
Were you not mesmerized by what was like all your friends and your colleagues and all the people around you of the same age? Were you not mesmerized, but they are having a better life than me? Or what I'm choosing to do is better than what they have?
Yeah, because I don't think I was confused, because I was very clear in my mind. At the age, 12, I was, really had that inspiration. But it was when I was 16 years old, this decision was made. Okay, I really want to follow the path of meditation and dedicate my life for this cause. Because always inside my heart, I always wanted to do something for the society. I didn't want to live a life for my own self. As a human being, what happens is they study, take a degree, earn an income, have a family, raise the children, and then take care of them, and life is finished. They live for themselves and live for their own family. Could be the family members would be 4 or 6. But here I wanted to do something for the society. So when I want to do something for the society, then I can't spend more time for my family or my my relatives. So then I thought, okay, this is what if I want to dedicate my life for the society, then this is a very enlightened path, enriching path, and this is, one is that social service, helping other people with money or things, but this is enriching the soul. When we enrich the soul, when we help to enrich others, so then it gives a sense of satisfaction.
Yeah.
So then this I realized. So then even being amongst the friends, amongst all the, pomp and, all that glitter around me, somewhere inside me always craved for the spirituality, craved for peace, craved for inner bliss. So I always, so that is it, I think, made me to have this decision.
Okay, now I would like to ask you, since you're actively involved in the education wing,
yes,
and so you're meeting so many people around you who are like between the age of 16 to 20. So how do you actually inspire them, to this particular path which you have adopted in life? And I think you are in flying colors and a flying mode, and you really love what you do.
Yes.
So in that context, because we say that if you want to make the country as it grows, choose the youth.
Yes.
Direct them and guide them, because
Yes.
this is the particular age where you can mold their minds in whichever context you want.
Yes.
So how you are an inspiration for them to at least inculcate those spiritual values, so that at some point of time even they become enlightened.
Yes. In our country, more than 70% are youth. So the direction of the nation is always based on youth. So sometimes parents blame the youth. Oh, today's generation is not good for, is good for nothing. They always blame the other generation, the youth, the younger generation. Oh, today's youth is like this and they do like that and like this. But actually, the elders are the guiding light for the youth. Whatever they see around them, they
adopt it quickly.
They absorb it, and they inculcate in their life. So either through the media or through the family environment. So these things influence them a lot. So now when the family setup, we know what it is now, because 20 years before the family setup was different. And now when both the parents are working, they hardly have any time
for their kids.
For their
nuclear
kids.
family system.
Nuclear
now we have,
family
right?
system.
Absolutely right.
So now youth are wondering, they don't have a right role model. Even the sustenance of the parents are not there. So now they are not getting anything positive from their elders. The only thing they lean on is the media and their friends.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And the social media and this internet and all these things. So then whatever they are getting, the input they are getting is all negative. So now we can't blame them. The setup in which they are in, it's like that. So now we need a different inspiration and different role model. So for that, we need to inspire them to become like that. Because, to become something positive or great personality, they want some example in front of them. Today's youth, either they want to become famous very quickly, or they want to earn a lot of money very quickly. Everything fast. It's a time of fast food and fast environment, and everything fast.
And the
everything
concept
quickly.
Of startup coming up, startup business soon after their graduate, their 12th. We'll invest some money and we'll get into some big money-making concept business through internet and all that.
So now their concept of life needs to be changed now. They think happiness means lot of money.
Oh, yeah, right. So they equated to both things.
Yeah, lot of money, lot of happiness. So then after few years, they understand life. But in a younger age, they don't understand. They feel that money is life. Entertainment is life.
And that is the foundation actually where we need to actually guide and direct them towards the righteous path.
Yes. And so now we are working with the youth to make them understand what real life is all about, what real happiness is. And today's youth also want a lot of freedom. They crave for freedom. So we need to make them understand what real freedom is all about.
So can you just, with your experience, can you just give me any example, if you can think about that, where a youth in a disheveled state of mind approached you and suddenly there was this change in the consciousness of that particular soul that probably he or she needs to rethink about what is happening with his or her own life?
Yes. Maybe it was not with me, but there are many examples where such youth have come in contact with the Brahma Kumaris and different places, and then they have changed their whole life. One such example is one of the youth somewhere in the interior of Maharashtra. That person was surrounded with negative environment, and his aim in life was to become a don.
Oh, the one which we see in the movies?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
A don.
So much influenced
Yes.
by the so-called media.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he had decided, okay, I want to become a don. And he was involved with such activities in the colleges, all the strikes and all those violent things. So he was involved with all those things in his college days. And in his village, Brahma Kumaris came and they put up an exhibition there, and they started to give the spiritual knowledge. And this person came in contact with the Brahma Kumaris, and he started to listen to this spiritual knowledge. And after a few days, his whole perspective about life changed.
Oh.
And now he has become completely non-violent, and he has dedicated his life for this cause.
That's wonderful.
For this cause. And we can see such a huge contrast where nowadays the youth are going towards violence, towards all the negative things. And once the understanding is there, understanding about self and understanding about life is there, all the energy is transformed into a positive direction.
That's wonderful.
So once the youth energy is transformed into a positive direction, just imagine how the world would be now.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So this work is happening bit by bit. So it can't happen overnight, right? So bit by bit we are approaching different institutions, organizations, and been interacting with different youth in different levels, and we are trying to inspire them with this knowledge, because we can't impose this on anyone. So we try to inspire them to lead a very peaceful, happy, and a whole, holistic life, we can say. Sometimes people think that, okay, if we follow spiritual path, we have to let go of entertainment, we have to let go of luxury, we have to let go of our, other things. That's not true. That's not true. Both can go hand in hand. Means liberation is liberation from life, not experiencing the happiness of life. But Jivan Mukti means staying in life and experiencing the stage of liberation. This is what King Janak experienced. Even after experiencing all the luxuries of the palace and of being a king, he experienced that stage of Jivan Mukti.
That's wonderful.
Means that is what is real Jivan Mukti means is, he wanted to know about what Jivan Mukti is when he was on this path, and he called many saints to tell him about Jivan Mukti. So after inviting and having discussions, he went out and he was about to climb a horse. One foot was on the horse and another foot was on the ground. One saint called Ashtavakar came and told him, "Oh king, where are you now?" He told, "Being on the ground, I'm not on the ground. Being on the horse, I'm not on the horse. I'm in between." And that saint said, "This is Jivan Mukti."
Oh, yeah.
So what we say in spirituality is, experience the luxuries of life. But whilst experiencing the luxuries of life, try to kindle the light of the soul.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Don't make it go off.
So that's what enlightenment is all about,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Kiriji, that is indeed wonderful, because I feel that if you ignite the light of some other soul, it is much more beyond than 1 crore of cash bank balance.
Yes.
And so much of satisfaction that the soul gets, "Oh, I've done something and given a very beautiful path or direction to somebody's life."
Yes.
So I can really understand and feel that vibration, that yes, you have actually enlightened yourself and you are on that beautiful path. And therefore, right now I want you to give us some beautiful meditative thoughts through which we can really realize that Jivan Mukti stage.
Yes.
And know that I am an enlightened soul.
Yes. Okay. So to do meditation, we can keep our eyes half closed. I'll be speaking out some thoughts and you can just visualize that. Just try to relax. At the same time, be alert. Let's go on an inward journey and try to realize ourselves. In the middle of my forehead, I see myself as a tiny point of light, sparkling beautifully. Along with creating those thoughts, I'm feeling it. I am an enlightened soul. The light of my soul is being spread all around me. I am an eternal, imperishable, immortal soul. Conscient energy. I, the soul, is the light in the heart of this body. I provide light and life to this body. I am the living entity, the powerful being. My original quality is peace. I am a peaceful soul. Peace is my reality, and I experience that deep peace within me, and I radiate the vibrations of peace all around me, and I bring this innate quality of mine, the innate quality of peace, into my actions, into my behavior and interactions with others to spread peace around me and into the whole world. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, Didiji. It was indeed wonderful talking to you. You made the sets of this show so powerful and so peaceful. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So we saw that the feeling of peace is much beyond than the words spoken. And so this is how we actually attain the stage of Jivan Mukti or perfection when it comes down to a soul conscious stage. And I would like that all of you join us on the same note with the same notes of peace in the very next episode. Thank you so much. Take care. Om Shanti.